Hi there, and in this video we'll be looking at some cold email templates, some cold email copywriting and copy that's worked well for us, that's brought in some revenue. I'll just show you a couple of examples, for you to get some more ideas, to get the creative juices flowing, and then maybe for your own offer, you can spin something up and come up with something new. So let's take a look at this one. Have a couple more in this other document that we'll be going through, and I'll just share with you like the main takeaways and why it worked and so on. But let's take a look at this one first. So this one goes like this. The subject line is first name, quick question. It's kind of standard subject line. It's been working well for a while now. Still works well. And then it goes into the body copy. So hi, first name, and yeah, basically just quick question. You do sales coaching, is that right? So here you can obviously see that cold email that we sent out was we sent it to sales coaches that were doing that particular type of coaching. So already in the first sentence, they'll probably see the preview also of the cold email, right? Before they even open it, they see the preview and they see, hey, like someone asking me if I do sales coaching. Like why you immediately get their curiosity. They can also see that it's relevant to what they're doing. Like it would be difficult for them to not open this email, right? It could also imply, if someone's asking me if I'm doing this, it could imply a potential opportunity, a potential collab, and it really piques their interest, and it also um, shows them, gives them relevancy, right? It's not just a generic cold email that's sent out to like a bunch of people, but it's targeted, it's segmented. Then we transition into the second question. We have it's the hook. We have their attention. Then we transition into the second question, which is, are you looking to get more meetings with companies who need some help with their sales mojo? And then that's already it. So for them, we want to make it concise, short and sweet, and make it very easy for them to reply with a yes in that case, right? We didn't share too much information. It's not a huge wall of text, but we want to get the reply first, and then later on we can explain them more exactly how it works. But create like a relevant email that's targeted to them, and it's very easy for them to say yes in that case. And yeah, so this was this one that brought in the person that replied to this eventually became a client. And yeah, that's it. Also, this one is a little detail, but like kind of saying sales mojo. It's a little bit informal. It's a little bit unique, but again, it doesn't seem like a salesy email necessarily, or it doesn't seem like a generic email where you didn't really put any thought into who you're sending it to, and it makes it also, a little bit funny, a little bit informal. Sometimes helps depending on the context. Okay, so this is the first example. I'll show you a couple more here. Let me zoom in here so you can see it. Okay, so zoomed in here. This is another one. This is similar, but you can see it's even more concise. It's a little bit different targeting. So again here, hey, first name, quick question. You do leadership coaching, is that right? Are you looking to get more meetings with CXOs who need your help? Here again, like with this question, we call out who they are, and it also implies a little bit of an opportunity. We call out what they're doing. This really like speaks to them directly. We also call out their target audience. So CXOs just stands, for any like chief executive, C-level, C-suite executives, which is exactly their target audience for leadership coaching in that case. But this really works in any, right? It could work in any industry. Let's say you're targeting branding agencies who their customers, their targeting, the targeting of your targeting is e-commerce stores, for example. So let's say you're sending a cold email to a branding agency to help them get more meetings. Think about, okay, who are the customers of the branding agency? Branding agency, it could be e-commerce stores or any like direct to consumer product. So call out who their customers are so they know that you get them. The more they feel like you get them and you get what they're trying to accomplish, the more likely the more likely that they're going to respond to you. Also, again, like keep it simple. Like people, if you look at this, you can read this in 5 seconds, in 10 seconds. You get it immediately. It's easy to digest as well, and it doesn't seem salesy. Let's move on to the next one here. So, hi, first name. Really enjoyed your article on how to balance a strategy on purpose. So, first line, this one is personalized, and we don't always do personalized, but sometimes we run some campaigns with personalized icebreaker lines, intro lines, and they work well. So, if you have the time, or you can use AI tools. Sometimes with the AI tools, just double check the quality, or have a virtual assistant do it for you, or just do it yourself. Just write like 20 personalized lines real quick and then send them out, or like 30. It doesn't take up too much time and can really move the needle. So this first line is personalized. I was just looking at, okay, what kind of articles? I was looking at the website, and then on the website, the first page, just pick out something that's on the first page. And there it was showcasing one of the articles that they've written recently, which was about the strategy and purpose. Then second line, BTW. So by the way, are you good at helping and coaching executives to get to the next level? So this batch of cold email templates, you can see is tailored towards coaches and so on. But think about how these same principles also apply to any niche, right? Let's say if you're in B2B SaaS, or you have an agency, or you're a recruiter, or whatever it may be. Think about how these specific concepts could apply to you. So with this question, the second question is also, when I'm asking somebody, are you good at this? It's not really a sales pitch, but it's me flipping the script a little bit and challenging them. Hey, like, are you good at this? Like, and once they want to be able to say yes to this, they say, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm good at this. Like, is there an opportunity? Like, what's going on? So it's a good way to flip the script a little bit by asking them, hey, are you good at what you're doing? If you are, there's a bunch of people we can connect you with, people we can get you meetings with. So this is like a question that works quite well. So yeah, ask them a question that's a little bit challenging where they want to say yes. Again, here also call out the target audience and geography. So with geography, and instead of only saying C-level executives, you can say, hey, C-level executives in Europe, or C-level executives in the Middle East, or in North America. Maybe North America doesn't sound as custom tailored, because that's usually where the main market is. But you can see how even adding like another layer of segmentation of calling out who the target audience is really helps with relevancy and response rate. Then also casual call to action, doesn't hear like LMK if interested, right? LMK stands for let me know if interested. It's kind of casual call to action. Then next one, hey, first name, your LinkedIn profile is impressive, so I want to reach out directly. If you've been in the cold email game, you've probably seen this personalized first line. It still works quite well, so you can use that if you don't have any other ideas. Again, here, we call out what they are, we call out who they are, and who they want as customers. Both of these layers increase relevancy, so they know, okay, like, this is for me, this email is for me, this message is for me, let me respond, or at least continue reading what this is about. Then something that works well is also like a realistic promise, which is more believable, right? Here we say, hey, we help you get an additional 5 to 8 additional meetings per week. Right? We're not saying anything crazy. This sounds kind of believable. They say, oh, 5 to 8, like this is beneficial to me, but it's not like some crazy promise. It's not like some bodacious claim, right? It's much more believable if it's a little bit realistic too. If I tell them, hey, I can get you 100 meetings a week, they're like, okay, whatever. Like this person is overpromising, or like, it's not really believable. Then the next sentence here, I'd love to share a couple of great examples of other coaches we've helped scale so you can see what's possible. I really like this line of, I'd love to share a couple of great examples, right? Instead of saying, hey, can I get on do you want to get on a sales call with me? You just tell them, hey, like I'll share you a couple of great examples of what worked for people in the same industry as you. So it's still in the context of kind of you presenting something to them and potentially being a sale, but it's not like a pure sales pitch, right? Nobody really wants to show up for a high pressure sales call or demo, really. But if they can see, okay, like great examples, maybe I can get some ideas, some value from it. Let me see what this is about. And then the next sentence here, is this of interest to you? And are you free anytime this week for a quick chat? This kind of soft landing, it's quite polite, and embedded in that sentence are two yeses in a way, right? We ask, is this of interest to you? Which is already one question by itself. Are you free anytime this week for a quick chat? So probably this is of interest to you, right? If they believe you, like getting an additional 5 to 8 meetings per week is quite good, or whatever your value prop is. And they already say, oh yeah, this is of interest to me, and they're free for a quick chat. Most people are free for a quick chat if it's something that's valuable for them throughout the week. So they already say yes to the first part of the question, which makes it in a way like easier also to say yes to that second part, which is actually asking for the call. Or, they're just going to say yes and say, yes, it's of interest to me. I don't have time for a call, but just send me some info over, which is already one step further in your sales funnel. You share a little bit of information, and then later on, get them on a call if that's what your model is. Then moving on here to the last example. Here again, use this first line. Your LinkedIn profile was impressive. You can use that or something else. Maybe you can also say, hey, I saw your Twitter. If you have Twitter information, if you know that they also have a Twitter profile, you can say, hey, I saw you on Twitter and thought I'd reach out, which is also in a way like you're personalizing, but you don't have to write a specific personalized line for every single lead. You just know, okay, all these people have a Twitter profile, and then say, hey, I saw you on Twitter. I thought I'd reach out. Then again, second sentence, we help email marketing agencies get 5 to 15 additional demos a week with e-commerce brands. So here again, email marketing agencies, that was our target, who we were sending the cold email to. 5 to 15 additional demos a week was the promise, the value prop, and it's quite believable, it's realistic. And then e-commerce brands is the target audience of the target audience. So these email marketing agencies, they're working with e-commerce brands. Then the third sentence, I've added some more details. So in detail, like I was thinking, okay, what do these email marketing agencies want? They want e-commerce brands, but what type of client do they want? Right? There's good clients, and maybe there's bad clients, or there's clients that are not ideal. But for an email marketing agency, if you understand their business and who they want to work with, ideally, then you can say that too, and then they understand that you understand them. So in this case, I was saying, and not just any e-commerce store, but brands who have a good amount of organic and paid traffic already coming in, so that you can get them quick wins by adding or optimizing only a few email flows. So, right, if you're an email marketing agency or if you're a branding agency, and that brand that you're working with already has a good amount of traffic coming in, then it's much easier to get them wins. It's much easier to get them results, which makes the entire process for them much easier, and makes them more money. And the clients are going to stay with them longer because they get them results. So we also hear like this sentence really tells them, hey, like we get you, we know what you're looking for. Let us find more brands like this for you. Right here in the context of lead gen agency. And then again, I'd love to share a couple of great examples so you can see what's possible. Are you free anytime this week for a quick chat? And yeah, so this is a couple of examples. Hope that gets the creative juices flowing. Just just look at some of these concepts of why it worked. Calling out who they are, who their target audience is, the realistic promise, understanding in detail what they want, generic personalized lines, sharing examples, call to action instead of trying to tell them, hey, let's get on a sales call. Tell them, hey, like let me share a couple of great examples of what's worked for other people in the industry. And casual call to action can work too. It looks a little bit more casual, looks less like a mass email. And challenging them a little bit too, like flipping the script a little bit, asking them, hey, are you good at this? And yeah, not making it look salesy, implying an opportunity is some of the concepts that work well here. So yeah, these are the cold email templates that brought in revenue. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.